Good morning, everyone. Let's get in here and let's make me an appropriate Mother's Day breakfast that I enjoy, okay? I enjoy this kind of a breakfast. So let's get in here and let's get it made. I have my old trusty skillet out and I've got some oil in it. I've got some eggs scrambled right over there in a bowl. Got the cheese out and tortillas up underneath there because those are the keto friendly tortillas. And so as long as I don't add any more carbs to this breakfast besides that and a little bit of salsa, my own salsa, then I'll be good to go for my breakfast. So let's get in here. All right, first thing, I got my griddle out because that's how I'm going to heat up that tortilla. I'm heating up the oil in the pan. Let me get out a cutting board and a knife. Yeah, this will work. And I'm gonna bring you over here. Y'all don't need to be watching that to just heat up. Come on over here. All right, so here we are right here. We're not gonna be kneading the syrup. It's just hanging out there. And taco seasoning, no, it's just hanging out there. All right, this is ham. I think this is the last bag of the ham that I had from April of 2024, a whole year ago. And I'm gonna take some of this ham and we're gonna give it a dice. There we go. Just one slice of it. I'm gonna bring you back over here. Don't get dizzy, people. There we are. We're back over here. And I'm gonna toss the ham in. And we're gonna saute this ham. Find a spoon. Here, we'll use this slotted spoon. I want to get a good browning on this ham. I don't know why it took me so long to use this ham up. It got lost into the freezer, and that's what I'm trying to prevent. Now that I am moving way better than I was when I first turned the camera on, I can move around now. I thought about ordering in because it's Mother's Day, but I thought, no, you have food here. No, you got this. So that's what I'm doing. I'm cooking up my own food. Let me get this going. This is going to be so good. It's going to be ham and egg, one taco. I'm going to pack that one tortilla with all of this protein. Typically, I would have done 2 or 3 tacos. But nope, I'm going to pack this sucker up with all this protein. This is going to be about 4 ounces of protein, maybe 5. You know what? I'm going to add something in there. Hold on. Trying to use up things that I have in my refrigerator and freezer. I'm going to add a handful of onions in there. Just enough for flavor. these onions used up out of my freezer, I will not be buying white onions anymore. I'll be using the spring onions, what we called growing up spring onions, green onions. I've heard them called green onions as well. And yeah, that's what I'm going to be using from now on. What? I got up this morning, I got myself in the shower and got my hair washed and alright, here we go. In goes the eggs. This is 2 eggs beaten up with salt. And 1 of these. Get a plate. Cheese on top of this. Excuse me, Chico. Chico's right underneath my feet. And then I'm coming in with my plate. We're going to take that, put it on the plate. Let me see if y'all can see what I'm doing. Yeah, y'all can. Right across there. Y'all see that? I got my plate lined up. I'm going to take this. I want y'all to see, it's going to cover that whole tortilla. Just like that. Then, I'm going to come in with a teaspoon. We're going to get into this salsa. A bit more. Slowly going through this jar of salsa, and I'll meet you. Let me put this in the refrigerator and I'll meet you at the table. All right, everyone. We're at the table. I'm gonna bring my plate over. And I'm gonna take a fork just in case I need it. And my cup of coffee. It is 11 o'clock in the morning on Mother's Day, Sunday. And I'm having me a breakfast packed taco. 1 tortilla. Ooh, it's hot. Ooh. You know what? We're gonna let this cool off just a little bit. I'm gonna put some air up underneath that by propping it with my fork. And we're gonna sit here and enjoy this coffee. I hope each and every one of you is having a beautiful and wonderful Mother's Day. I want to put a little pepper on my... I need to take some of this pepper and put it in one of these salt and pepper shakers. I have like 4 or 5 sets of different salt and pepper shakers. Look at that. Here we go. Let's try it. This is so good. Hold on. Sorry about that. That was a piece of gristle from the ham. Sorry about that. There's another one. I'm sorry. All right. We're going to get in here and we're going to eat this. This is so good. How many of y'all like a good packed breakfast taco in the morning? I know I do. And the funny thing is, give me a minute. I'm gonna go get a paper towel. I didn't grow up on this at all. I grew up on traditional Southern food. But once I got married, my now ex-husband, he loved tacos. He loved them. And so I learned how to make a variety of different types of tacos from his mother. She used to make tortillas fresh. I tried so hard to learn from her. But she was one of those cooks that just like this. 3 handfuls of this, 2 handfuls of that. Never measured anything. And somehow her tortillas always came out perfect. And mine never came out like that. Years ago, I used to go down to our local Kroger, and they had a tortilla factory in their bakery. And in the morning, you could go down there and get fresh hot tortillas right off of the tortilla maker machine. It was so good. I used to love doing that, put butter on it. It's all I needed for breakfast in the morning is tortillas with butter. I used to pay my mother-in-law to make me tortillas when I was working. I would buy all the ingredients for her, whatever she needed to make the tortillas. And I would pay her to make it up for me. She would make the dough up, have them rolled out and cooked for me, and then I would put them in a bag. This is so good. Sorry, I couldn't put this down. I was that hungry. Monday I want to switch out my table scape. Get the Easter off of it. I want to get out my my next tablecloth that I want to put on here while I'm doing my housework tomorrow. This is so good. I'm so glad I made this morning. thank you guys for coming along and having breakfast with me this morning with a cup of coffee on Mother's Day. I am thinking about getting around here and doing a few things in my kitchen just because that makes me happy. And I'm thinking I might as well do this today, change my tablescape. And so we'll see what I get up to today. I got some energy. Yesterday it wasn't like I was feeling bad. I was just tired yesterday for some reason. And so I took a nap yesterday, and then I went to bed early last night and slept really, really good. And I was glad that I did. And today I woke up nice and refreshed. And so I'm going to piddle around in my kitchen today because that's what makes me happy on Mother's Day. And yeah, I'll bring you along and you can see what I'm doing, okay? While I piddle around my kitchen. Hey everyone, I'm bringing y'all in to show you a grocery haul that I got yesterday. And as I'm looking through this, I know that there's one item that I'm going to have to ask for a refund on because it's not one that I would have chosen if I was there. Let's put it that way. All right. We'll start with that item. I had a lettuce, but you can see that it has a bad spot on it right here. And so I'm going to make sure that I do a return on this and get my money back on it. I'll cut that bad spot off and use what I can out of it, but I definitely would not have chosen this one as the one I picked up if I'm paying for it. Okay, so let me get this put into the refrigerator right away, and then today I'm going to get busy on this and get this taken care of so that it doesn't go any further bad. Then I picked up a bag of spinach. It was delivered to the house, by the way. I did house delivery. Spinach. I got grape tomatoes, 4 Roma tomatoes, 2 bunches of green onions. Get all these put in here. And the last thing of the produce, I got mini cucumbers. That's my produce for this week. I also picked up Walmart brand snack sticks. I picked up a jar of pickles. I picked up some pork rinds. And I got 3 bags of regular pork rinds and 1 bag of barbecue pork rinds. Then Amazon, I got me some grapeseed oil, and this is what I use when I re-season my cast iron, and I need to re-season the top grates on my cast iron, and I had used all the grapeseed oil that I had, so I got some. I also get some fish emulsion, and I use this to to fertilize my garden. And I picked up this Dr. Scholl's Extra Support insoles. I use these in my tennis shoes, and I replace them about every month or every 2 months. And it says it's got a 90-day guarantee on it, but I replace them when I see that the insoles, when my feet start hurting again, it's time for me to replace the insoles. And so I did not have an extra one here, so I purchased one, so I'll have it when I get to the point where I need to replace them. I'll have this extra one. And so I use these all the time. I take out the support that's in my tennis shoe and replace this one with this one. and my foot problems have pretty much gone away. So that's my Amazon and Walmart grocery haul from yesterday and today. Hey everyone, I took the pulled pork and enchilada and put it into this container. Let me show you. I put it into the container in about 3/4 cup servings, and it made 3 of them. And I'm going to put this in my freezer and let it freeze, and this will be 3 meals for me later on. I'm kind of tired of this right now, and I don't want it to go bad. So the one thing that I can do is put it in the freezer and then put them into vacuum seal bags, and they'll last me for quite a while until I get to a day where I just want to take one of these and pop them in the microwave and heat them up. So this is going into the freezer. All right, it is 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and it is Mother's Day, so I'm going to prepare myself a nice iced coffee using Java coffee. And if you are interested in this, I do have a link down below. I love this stuff. It is amazing. It's so much cheaper than buying your iced coffee out somewhere. So let me get some ice in here, and I'll show you the ingredients that I'm going to be using. All right, so here is the ice. Now I have measured this out probably, I don't know, 5 or 6 times already, and I know that once I fill the ice, the cup up with ice like this, 1 cup will fill it to about right here. So I'm just going to pour this in here. This is 1 cup of almond milk, and it fills it to about right there. This is chocolate almond milk, unsweetened, right there, unsweetened chocolate almond milk. So this is going to make kind of a mocha coffee for me. I'm going to put a sweetener in there. This is stevia, which is on my eating plan. And 1 teaspoon, let me get the teaspoon out. I am real careful with this coffee because this coffee will give you a jolt of caffeine if you don't measure it correctly. That's the whole point in it. Okay. And so let me get this open. One teaspoon of this coffee, and you can see how thick that coffee is. And this is just straight up brewed coffee. I do want to rinse this off as much as possible and not waste that coffee brew. So I just kind of do this with it and get all of that coffee off of there and into the cup. And then I'm going to bring in my straw. And give it a stir. There we go. Not done yet. Then to add a little creaminess, I'm going to take this. This is the whipping cream from Kroger's, and I'm telling you, I have never seen whipping cream come out of a container as thick as this whipping cream. Never. And I'm just going to pour just maybe a tablespoon in there of this. Rinse this off. We don't want to waste it. And give this a stir in there. And this is going to add the creaminess. in there. All right, here we go. Oh, this is so good. And it tastes just like a coffee house coffee, people. All right, I'm gonna sit down and enjoy this iced coffee. And then when I get ready to do something else in this while I'm piddling around the house, I'll bring you back. Hello everyone, it is time for my second meal of the day and I'm quite hungry, so let's get in here and I'm going to show you one of my favorite like Mother's Day meals that I enjoy. As you know, I grew up around seafood, and so I'm going to take the rest of this spinach fresh and I'm going to put it into here. This has already been washed. As a matter of fact, hold on a minute. This is a bag that I need to get used up, so that's why I'm using it up. But first I'm going to do this. Hold on. Hold on a minute. I'm going to take the butter, put it in the butter dish. That's why I got it out, because I needed the butter for another part of this recipe. There we go. So now we can put that over there. I want to back y'all up a little bit and get this out of the way. And come in with cutting board. And I'm looking for that knife. I'm looking for a knife that is I'll tell you what, let me get into the dishwasher. These are ran and clean. So let me get in here and get out the knife that I want. All right, here it is. So now let me rethink this spinach, okay? Let me rethink it. I'm going to bring it out here and put it on the chopping block because I do want to cut the spinach up into smaller pieces for this salad, and I want plenty of it because I need to get used to spinach up, so I might as well go ahead and make a big salad with it. There we go. All right, there we go. So we're going to take this spinach, we're going to put it in this bowl. There we go. Now I'm going to take some of these tomatoes. These are not the new grape tomatoes, but the older ones that I need to get used up. So I'm going to take about 4 of these. Now 6 of them. And I'm going to have them and put them in the salad. There. But you can see what I'm doing. Like this. All right, there we go. That's set. Now, I'm going to bring you over to the stove, and we're going to do the next part of this salad. All right, I got my skillet out. Now I'm going to come in with, let me get this heating up. I want it on about medium. And I'm going to come in with about 3 tablespoons of butter. Now I have olive oil here. Pretty sure that's olive oil. And I came out of my pantry, so let's get this open. Well, Susie, this is turning out to not be an easy job to get this open. Let me see what I need to do. Apparently I need to pry it open. There it is. There it is. Okay. Pop that lid open there. And yeah, that's Chico. We're going to add olive oil to this. Butter. It's heating up to keep it from burning. And then into that oil, we are going to add some garlic. Let's get the garlic going. Plenty of garlic. Okay, we're going to add a little onion in there. Onion in there. While that's going, you know what? I got celery too. Let's throw a little celery in there. There. I'll be back. And then we're going to come in with some, this is Italian seasoning. And I'm going to throw a little of that in there. And Just a few pepper flakes, not a lot. I don't like a lot of pepper flakes, but I do like some for flavor. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. We're going to throw some salt in here. Pepper. Give it a stir a little bit again. Now, this is the star of the show. Shrimp. Remember the shrimp I got from the food bank? Now it's going to be the star of this show. I'm going to turn this off and I'll be back. I'm missing one ingredient. All right, I'm back. And I'm going to be adding chicken stock, my own stash. I'm going to mix it up a little bit by shaking it up. I'm going to put this back on. Open this chicken stock up. Y'all heard that? Smells good. We're going to add half a cup, maybe, in there. The rest of this will go into the refrigerator and I'll be using it up this next week. Okay, so we got the chicken broth in there. The only thing I don't have in there is the lime juice. There it is. All right. Then we're going to put some lime juice in here. Now we're going to let this simmer. And this is going to be the dressing on my salad. Simmering while I take the lemon juice, put it up. I clean as I go, people. It's one of my things that I do. I'm going to take the seasonings to the back. I'm going to leave this olive oil out because I'm going to be using it off and on. I'm going to take the seasonings back to the pantry. I'll be right back. I hope y'all are watching the pot. Watch it and make sure it doesn't burn. All right, the seasonings are all put away. Okay, I'm not going to turn this over. I want it to cook for about 1 or 2 minutes. Simmer real good for about 1 or 2 minutes. And then I'm going to use my tongs to flip them over. While I'm doing that, that was some, what do you call it, celery that I had over here that was coming out. I'm going to go ahead and make myself something to drink while this is cooking. It's Mother's Day. I want a cocktail. So, this is what I'm going to do for myself. It's a cocktail. It's Mother's Day. I am going to for me to just go in here and get this ice out. Okay, ice in the glass. Now what I want, let's do some Crown and Coke. That's what I'll do. Shot of Crown. This 2-liter Sam's Choice Diet Coke. And here we go. We got ourselves a cocktail for Mother's Day. Mm-hmm. There we go. I'm going to go around and flip all these over. That us. Oh. All right. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I'm getting them all flipped over. There we go. Now we're going to let this go for another minute or so and it should be done. Probably not even a minute. And just like that, I have myself a wonderful Mother's Day meal for myself And it didn't take very long at all. All right, there we go. The shrimp is done. So, I'm gonna take this shrimp. Four, 5, 6. I'll put about 6 in there. If you want more, I'll get more. Let me get a ladle. And this sauce is gonna go right over the salad. There we go. Bring it over to the table and we'll try this. Okay, here we are. I couldn't get my meter to track on my phone. All right, let's see. Is this good? Is it good? Let's see. I know it's good because I made it. Just saying. Oh, I need a fork. Let me get a fork. All right. Let's sit down and have this. I do want the spinach coated with that sauce. It's now become the dressing for my salad. All right, let's see. It's really good. Okay, just a little salt and pepper. This is so full of flavor. It is. It's a salt. Pepper. Mix it back up. Get a piece of tomato, some spinach, that did it. Now, right now, the only cheese that I have is mozzarella and mild cheddar. But I can tell you that if I had the cheese, I would have put like a Gouda cheese on here, or what's the crumbles? Even a blue cheese would taste good on this. What's the crumble one? You get it in a tub and it's crumbled. I can't remember. Parmesan cheese would taste good on this. This is so good. And instead of chicken broth, you could do a white wine. That was an option. know what? Now that I think of it, I could have opened up a bottle of white wine and used it on here and then had the white wine to go along with the dish. That would have been good. I didn't think about that. That's a whole shrimp. I want that half a shrimp that I cut up. Look at me making a mess. We're not gonna waste it. 5-second rule. Right. I'm gonna sit here and enjoy this dinner. Pack up the rest of that. And save it for another dinner. Because I could technically do this and serve that cold, the shrimp cold on top of a salad. It would taste equally as good. Ooh, so good. This is so good. All right, I'm gonna finish this up and we'll see what else we get into. Hello everyone. I completely forgot 2 things last night because I was just so chilling out. I completely forgot to do my live last night. And I want to apologize to everyone for that. Somebody reminded me about 9 p.m. Hey, you didn't do your live tonight. And I was like, oh my gosh, I completely forgot. The other thing is that I forgot to end yesterday's video. So this is Monday morning and I'm ending yesterday's video with a cup of coffee this morning. I want to thank each and every one of you for coming out and spending the day with me. I enjoyed making my shrimp scampi. I enjoyed spending time with you on Mother's Day. And I want to thank you for coming out and being a part of our community. But above all, I want you to be blessed because you all bless me each and every day just by showing up. And I'll see you all tomorrow, which will be in real time today. Bye.